Nebraska recruiting has been on fire, and the spring game is right around the corner. Matt Rhule has locked down multiple 4-stars and 5-stars to visit Lincoln this Saturday. So in today's video, I'm going to break down who these guys are, what they bring to the table, and why this is important for the Huskers. There's a lot of big names on this list. So real quick, before we jump into these recruits, please hit that like button if you're excited about Husker recruiting, along with subscribing to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Wilson Didman. I'm on the road to 3,000 subs, and I'm posting about Nebraska football, Nebraska recruiting every single day. So if you want to stay up to date with Husker athletics, or you just want to help me out, please hit that sub button. But without further ado, let's jump right into it, talking about Husker recruiting. And man, oh man, this is one of the biggest weeks of the year. Of course, the spring game, we get our first look at the Huskers, but a lot of big names coming on campus, some 4-stars, some 5-stars. And let's just start it off with the list. And let's go to the pipeline, the offensive line, something that's a big focal point for Nebraska recruiting. They're trying to rebuild the way it was in the 90s. Nebraska is not just bringing one top 100 recruit, not two top 100 recruits on that O-line position. They are bringing 3 top 100 offensive linemen, and 2 of which are 5-stars. Let's start it off with the first one. Douglas Utu from Bishop Gorman in Nevada plays offensive tackle. He's a 5-star, listed at 6'5", 300 pounds. And again, you see that offer list. Georgia, Bama, Ohio State, Michigan. Everybody in the country wants this guy. And again, Nebraska, about as good of a player as anybody in his recruitment. He's already been on campus one time. He loved it. He loved Dylan Raiola. He's coming again to see what it's all about with 90,000 in the stands. So that's the first guy. Let's go to another 5-star, this time at the offensive guard spot, also from Bishop Gorman. You see a theme here. This guy goes by the name of S.J. Alofe Tuli, listed at 6'3", 290. He's the number 1 interior guard in the country. Another 5-star according to On3. And again, the same deal as Douglas Utu. Offers all around the country. He's a guy who can play guard. He can play center. He can even play tackle if you want to put him there. And again, you see a theme here. Bishop Gorman, number 1. Okay, this is where a lot of Polynesian players come from. They come from Nevada, California, Hawaii. I made a video talking about that, the fact that the Polynesian pipeline is back, and Dylan Raiola has been our best recruiter. He's really getting us into these states and getting these high-quality linemen. And again, this is a big testament to him, a big testament to Matt Rhule. The fact that you have 2 5-stars offensive linemen coming on campus. And let's just get to the third one. This guy is a 4-star, but very close to a 5-star. And guess what? Another offensive lineman from Bishop Gorman. His name is Ale Kalan Alani Uvalu. Excuse me, I try not to butcher these last names. And he plays center. 6'4", 300 pounds. Bishop Gorman, like I said. And man, oh man, I mean, some other schools are in there for him. He wants to visit Cal, USC, Oregon, Washington, but Nebraska in the mix as well. So let's just set the stage for you of what I just said. You have 2 5-stars, one of which is a 4-star who's close to being a 5-star. 1 tackle, 1 guard, 1 center. All of them go to the same high school. All of them are Polynesian. All of them are interested in Nebraska. That's about as good as it gets. When was the last time that Nebraska has got 3 top 100 offensive linemen? Never. I mean, not in the last 2 decades. Nebraska has a real shot in this recruiting cycle, and that should get you fired up. These guys are all brawlers. They're all built different. They want to be a part of this Matt Rhule culture. They want to be a part of this Polynesian pipeline, and you got to lock them down. You got to lock them down, and I'm going to tell you this. Polynesians, like I like to talk about, they stick in packs. You get one of these dudes, all of them come. So definitely watch out for those 3. That should get you fired up off the bat. But let's go to some skill players, some skill positions. And let's just keep it with the 5-stars, right? Matt Rhule is doing a great job getting 5-stars on campus. Let's go to Michael Terry, 5-star out of Texas. A lot of Nebraska fans are familiar with this kid. Again, just a pure athlete. He's the number 1 athlete in the class of 2025, listed at 6'3", 210 pounds. He plays every single position on the field: quarterback, running back, wide receiver. He plays in the secondary and defense. He plays special teams, right? I mean, the jack of all trades. He's a utility knife. He does everything for his high school. Now, Nebraska is currently recruiting him to be a wide receiver, and for good reason. He runs a 4.4 speed. He has great hands. And yeah, he is the real deal. Now, Michael Terry's been on campus before, and there is real interest in Nebraska. However, he is a Texas lean as of right now. He grew up a Texas fan. He said, according to a source, Nebraska is the only school he would leave Texas for. Of course, he goes to high school in Texas. He's interested in Texas A&M, Texas, Baylor, TCU. He said that Nebraska is the only school he would leave that state for, so that's definitely a good sign. But it's something to watch when it comes to Michael Terry. Again, just another 5-star that Nebraska has on campus. No big deal, right? But man, oh man, this kid's special. He is special. And you watch him on film, and he does everything for his high school team. He's very close to a blue chip prospect. So watch out for Michael Terry. So let's go and stick it with the wide receivers, and we'll talk about Emmanuel Choice up next. Another wide receiver here, 6'4", 190. Another Texas recruit. Goes to Lancaster High School, which is actually the same high school that Kawan Lacey went to. Ex-Nebraska football commit, ended up decommitting, going over to Missouri. But again, just a testament to that high school. They produce some great talent. And you watch this guy on film. Again, he's 6'4", but his route running is super smooth. He's super fast. Acceleration is there. He can make plays with the ball in his hands, juking out a guy, spin move. That's this type of stuff that Matt Rhule likes, the ability to play running back and wide receiver, the ability to be fast and tall. Emmanuel Choice, he checks all the boxes. And again, he plays, I talk about Texas high school football a lot. He plays the best talent of any high school program in America. Texas high schoolers are different. And all of them are going D1. They're all going Power 5. The fact that he's playing that talent at such a young age is only going to mean good things when he gets to that next level, when he gets to a Power 5 program. So Emmanuel Choice, man. I know we already have 2 Nebraska wide receiver commits, that being Jackson Carpenter and, of course, the speedster Bryson Hayes. But Emmanuel Choice, he gives you another option there. And you just can't pass up a guy who's 6'4" and runs a 4.4. So Emmanuel Choice, another guy there. Now let's go to the secondary. A position group that I think needs a little bit of work done. And this guy is about as true of a man-to-man corner as it gets. 4-star prospect Adonis Curie, 6'2", 170, kid from California. And you watch him on film. I mean, he's just a man-to-man cover, press cover type of guy. Again, don't throw his side of the field because he'll pick it off. Again, super tall for his position. Again, he might be even 6'3" by the time he gets on campus. And not only that, but he's a track kid. He was actually clocked in at a high 4.3 40 time, which is just blazing fast. So not only does Matt Rhule like that speed at that wide receiver spot, he likes that in the secondary. So there's definitely a lot of interest there with Nebraska. He's visited Nebraska before, and I talked about Nebraska trying to build a Polynesian pipeline. They're also trying to bring Calabrasca back, and you see it right here with Adonis Curie. So again, let's just roll over the guys I just mentioned. We just talked about 3 5-stars coming on campus, and the rest of the dudes, 3 of which, the other were top 100, top 200 4-stars. That's unbelievable. And that's a testament to Matt Rhule. That's a testament to Dylan Raiola and the recruiting staff, the fact they're getting these guys on campus and that they're actually interested in Nebraska. Real quick, just some other guys that we've talked about before who were coming on campus for the spring game. TJ Lateef, currently projected to commit to Nebraska. Again, we'll see on that. Quarterback recruitment changes in a blink of an eye, so I'm not currently going to say that he's going to be committing to us because somebody might swoop in and take him. I know Colorado's going after him very hard. But TJ Lateef will be here for the spring game. Christian Jones, the number 1 player in the state of Nebraska. Chase Lofton, the number 2 player in the state of Nebraska. Those guys will all be on campus for the spring game. So get some other guys to note. All of them are 4-stars, and all of them Nebraska currently favored to land. So, man, it's going to be a big weekend. I know a lot of us have our eyes set on actually watching the spring game, but I like to say this every single year. The spring game is less of a practice, and it's more of a glorified recruiting event to get these recruits on campus for an official visit and to see the 90,000 in the stands in April. No other program in the country is doing that, right? They had a spring game at Ohio State a couple weeks ago, and they had roughly, half capacity for that game. And that's Ohio State, one of the best, fan bases in college football. Nebraska sells out their spring game. It's going to be a legit sellout this year with Dylan Raiola at quarterback. You better believe it. If that doesn't persuade a lot of these guys to commit, I don't know what will. No place like Nebraska. I'm fired up, guys. So many 5-stars, a lot of them at that O-line spot. Shout out to Matt Rhule. Shout out to Dylan Raiola one last time for getting these guys on campus. Now it's time to lock them down. So that's the video, guys. Let me know down below, who are you excited about, who is coming on campus for Nebraska? Maybe a guy who's not visiting, but you still want to come to Nebraska. Let me know that down in the comment section below. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, make sure to like and subscribe. And as always, folks, go Big Red, go Matt Rhule, and see you in the next one.